Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I can describe my journey with GBS. It started around 2018. Funny enough, a kid fresh out of university, uh, qualified in political sciences honors, and I wasn't quite sure the career direction that I wanted to take. I had an idea of where I wanted to be, and that was mainly in the politics space. What then happened is there was an internship available in the Global Business Solutions Johannesburg office. I've always wanted to be in Johannesburg, being an Eastern Cape boy. So ideally that came up. I applied for it, and I was accepted for an internship. And you know, these things at the time you think that they're temporary, only to find out that I haven't left the company since. And my journey has been amazing, from growing to strength to strength. I've had the opportunity to being mentored by the CEOs of Global Business Solutions, Thembi, John Botha, and our chairman, Johnny Goldberg. And over and above that, being able, the seniors within the organization have given me the opportunity to grow, and also impart their knowledge towards myself. I think our culture resembles, and it's quite cliche, people talk about working for an organization that treats people like family, and that's literally it. I love the fact that it's not always a top-down approach in terms of communication and roles and responsibilities. The business does allow for up-and-coming consultants like ourselves, and consultants that are in the middle of the organization, if we're looking at in terms of seniority, to take part and be involved, whether that's creating new apps, new bots, new solutions, or just being heard, in terms of your ideas. Not all our ideas will be chosen, but at least that it allows for that environment where people can engage on the good and the bad. So I'm truly grateful about that. Let me start with the personal development. The opportunities that I've received in terms of personal development is being exposed to the seniors of the company, and I think I'm grateful about that, because it becomes very difficult to have access to individuals that are senior, your CEOs, and actually be able to spend the day with them, whether that's during meetings, facilitating sessions. So in terms of personal development, that's helped quite a lot, over and above the opportunities that Global Business Solutions has given me in terms of being able to study further, specifically in the transformation space, skills development, employment equity. So I'm grateful for that. But I would say exposure. I would say exposure has been my biggest form of growth. I've been able to occupy spaces that I wouldn't have been able to occupy by myself. And thankfully to the leaders of the organization, that they've seen something in me, for them to be able to take me along in the journey, their own journey, that is, and myself. So that's the growth I've experienced at Global Business Solutions, and it keeps on carrying, it keeps on coming. They support me in many ways. I think the first part is the fact that we're able to shift from being office-based to flexible work environment, flexible work time and schedules. So we have the opportunity to work from home, an opportunity to be present at the office. So I think that's been quite good. If I look at it from a health-wise, fatigue-wise, mental wellness-wise as well, that's assisted. And I think just being able to have access to people within Global, we focus a lot on our clients. And I think what we need to also understand is that the people that we work with are also stakeholders in this journey that we're taking. So that's helped quite a lot, is that I have access to these individuals and they have access to me at any time. Fortunately, we end up benefiting from that as well. So I guess it gives us more drive to show up on a day-to-day basis as consultants and employees of Global Business Solutions. I've had so many memorable experiences, but I think the one that comes up to mind for me is we had an opportunity a few years ago. When I say we, myself and a colleague had an opportunity to go to Musina, which is in Limpopo. We had an employee relations project that we were running there. And I say that's memorable because I was the head of the project, so I was the lead. And things went well, fortunately. but it was memorable because I was given the responsibility for the project, and I feel like we executed it quite well, over and above the experiences of being exposed in a mining environment outside of Johannesburg. So it's fairly rural, and that in itself made the experience pleasant, and hopefully I was able to take that and implement it in the projects that I'm currently working with at the moment. There's a few things that contribute, but I'm just looking at myself. Why wouldn't I leave? Over and above being treated like I belong, I enjoy what we do, right? If we're speaking about the HR and labor law space, is forever changing. And now we've also branched into adapting, obviously, technology and being human-centric at the very same time, which is what I enjoy more than anything. So I think over and above being treated like we belong, I'd like to believe the fact that people enjoy what they do, and obviously the finances are important, right? That's why we're here. So I'd like to believe that's the reason why I'm still at Global, and I'll most probably be at Global for a very long time. Firstly, I think it's the associations that a couple of our leaders sit in, right? Associations, some would know them as committees or communities per se. I think that's a strategic advantage, and I think it's strategic because we are at the forefront when it comes to the changes in labor law. Our leaders are in those rooms. They're involved, so at least that allows us to then give our clients information that is up to date. That's the first thing. I think being connected on the ground is very important, and knowing what's happening. And I think over and above that is the people that we have ourselves, because at the end of the day, there's only so many clients that Thembi, John, and Johnny Goldberg can engage with. And more than anything, it's the trusting of our people to being able to deliver the same service and the same quality as they would. So I think that's a strategic advantage that we have. For me, is that we focus on the individual, right? I think the human is important. And I think that's what makes us so client-centric, is that we are human first before being HR managers, CEOs, consultants, and we're able to connect with our clients with regards to that. Over and above the services that we offer, which I think are excellent, and we are brilliant at executing such things. So I would say that's what makes us so client-centric. And possibly why a lot of people, want to do business with Global Business Solutions, is that it's not just the work and the service that we offer, but the human engagement. So what I look forward to in the journey that I'm about to embark, or that I've been embarking with Global Business Solutions, I think first and foremost is the exciting growth, the journey that we've taken, or the direction that we're taking as GBS. If you look at our current GBS strategy 3.0, that speaks to incorporating technology with labor law and being human-centric as well. I look forward to that, because I don't think many companies are doing that at this very moment in time. So I'm excited in terms of what growth that brings and the direction we take. And I think personally, I'm excited for achieving my potential. Essentially being exposed a lot more than I am at this very moment in time, and tackling a lot more projects that challenge me, that allow me to grow, and most cases that frustrate me at times too, because that's a form of growth as well. So I think there's a lot of things I'm excited about, but I'm also excited at the fact that I'm involved in all this stuff. I'm not seeing it from a distance. I'm in the trenches, and we do this as a company as well. So that's the beautiful thing I look forward to.